Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. Wingnuts, what's going on? What is happening? Listen, this episode here is inspired by my man Crown Victoria Lifestyle. Check him out on
YouTube Crown Vic Nation. What's going on?
So this episode is really inspired by what he got going on. Now, I told you guys I was supposed to stay focused and everything, but this is the form of staying focused for me. Here's what we're doing. Remember this transmission here on the other episode there, right? We don't really know the condition of it, correct? We don't. All right, I know the condition of this engine here, and I kind of know the condition of this engine here. Really, this engine here, I do know. I'm going to finish taking the front down. I want to see what the timing chain look like, the guides and everything. Very important. If you got the plastic tensioners, we're yanking them out. All right, this one here should be ready to go, allegedly. This engine is incomplete as far as parts. Now, you know, I have all the front cover pieces and parts right here. Off that other engine over there, these were seized and all of this stuff here, you know, so we have good stuff here. Even if I take it off this one, doesn't really matter. I really want to leave this one whole for some odd reason. So we got to take this thing apart right here, take the whole front cover off and everything. So that's the plan today. Now, you see the situation here where I took this thing out and there was a lot of oil? That's what happens with the spark plug. It starts to get saturated and it will slowly back out. And then you need a time cert. You know, $150 fix, $250 fix, depending on how bad it is. Now, boy, it's a crapshoot. Boy, it's a crapshoot. Okay, you probably can't see, but if you look right around there, you know everything is bad. I'll take you inside here, man. All right. When I opened it up, I was like, okay, what we got going on? And this is what we got going on. All right. Now, this thing here failed. And then when that failed, this one still was holding on. All right, you see how the chain is real slack. Now, if you crank it, you see how this came out and this starts to tighten up a little bit. So that's why I didn't hear the rattle. You know, when it was running, this is what was going on. You don't really hear it and stuff. So now what we have to do is we have to take out all these lash adjusters, right? We got to take them out. We got to take and separate them. We're going to have the left side versus the right side. So all these that's on the right hand side, we're going to keep them, because on this side it's a lot darker. As you can see, it looks a little bit burnt in most cases, but that's kind of normal. You know, if it was a Mustang, the engine would have been clean, because the guys who have Mustangs will be really taking care of their Mustangs, versus an Aviator. 9 times out of 10, it's a woman driving it, and this is the result of it. You know, there's no disrespect, but that's just how it goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate and, you know, and just start with that. Few things I was saying wrong. Roller rockers and lash adjusters. I was calling them the other thing, but you all guys know what I was talking about. All right? Good. So anyway, we took them all out on both sides. We got them all out and everything. Now, the way that I took them out was very unconventional, but it was just a quicker way to get them off. You know, see how the cam lobe is not on it? It's easy to yank them out like that and put them in that way. What we did was we started to spin this thing around and around and around to get this thing back on timing somehow. So there's a dot that you kind of see right there, and there's a notch right there. These things got to line up to this thing here, and then this one that's right there needs to line up to that situation there. Obviously, this lines up kind of like that. This over there, this one over here. That's just how we're going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? We're just going to make sure this is right. Now, this key, there's a keyway in here also too that needs to be facing down, both cams. That's if you took off this situation here. I just don't feel like taking this off. And you can see right there how to line up the keyway. But if you got this, you're pretty much good and solid. Definitely going to get a new water pump and all of that stuff there. Now we know what parts we need, and now we can move forward. Dang it, wait a minute, I forgot to mention something. Man, before I end this video, man, I forgot to talk about these items here. Now, in your vehicle, right? No matter if you have a single cam, double overhead cam, 3-valve, or whatever you got going on, man. If you got plastic ones like this, man, yank those joints out. If you're doing your timing chain, yank them out. If you're doing the oil pump, yank them out. If you're doing your heads, man, just yank these joints out. These things are plastic. And, you know, over time, plastic will just break down, man. And, you know, they have a gasket on the back that actually gets messed up along with it. Now, they'll work for a long time, but if you're doing a performance application like you're doing turns and this, that, and the third, man, you don't want none of these that really run by oil all the time. Now, if you're dealing with these type right here, this has a locking mechanism. So when you do lose oil pressure, this thing will still stay tight. This is a good item. This is a legit item. If you can see the edging of the serial number right there on it. This is original Ford product. This is not the Chinese one. Now, if you go on eBay, they sell one that's quite like this, right? But they have a plate on the back of it that you have to add. Why do you need to add a plate? That's not the right joint. You're going to have to spend $50, $60 for each one of these. Or you can go get used ones. They'll be better than this joint right here. Now, see with this one here? It goes all the way down with my thumb. That's easy. A chain can actually, you know, bring that down and your chain will start to slap. Now with this one over here, this one's a different story. I can't put it all the way down. This one is locked. This one is good. That's not the one that failed. This one failed on this side. So, man, thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV, man. Hope you guys were enlightened in some kind of way, man. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. And I want to add something else too, man. For you guys who have Crown Vic channels or Mustang channels or all types of channels, whatever kind of car, LSs or anything, man. Look, when you have a comment section, people are just giving their spin on a situation. Nobody's really trying to downplay your build, because I'm not into that. I don't downplay nobody build and say it's corny and this, that, and the third. I may throw little jabs at Mr. Random on his build, but really deep down, man, I'm really passionate about the Crown Vics just like him. There's a just little, back and forth banter. Now, with you guys with your own personal channels, right? If I mention something, it's only out of love, like, hey, and I'm not here to tell you how to build your car. I'm just here just putting my own spin to it, my own sauce. In the end, it's your car, your build, your money. You do exactly what you wish to do. Like many of people out here telling me to change my intercooler, paint my car, this, that, and the third. I don't get mad at them. This is actually their philosophy that I should do all of these things. You know what I mean? So I don't get mad at people when they tell me that. If I mention something on your channel, it's all out of just, yo, man, I'm just putting my 2 cents to it. That's all, man. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, man. In the end, you do what you want to do. You're the one that's going to be doing it. So just read your comments very carefully and look at it from a different perspective instead of just like hate, because it's not hate, man. People are still supporting no matter what kind of build you're doing on your Crown Vic.